Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbit Potato. This is Transport Fever, and we have a couple of missions to do before the game ends, because the game end is approaching at a rapid rate. One of the things that I really want to do is get at least one TGV, you know, the super fast 300km/h trains on the 3rd times a charm route. Also, perhaps on the Borbrak route. That's also something that I want to. That's also another place that I want to deploy the TGV there. I want to get more food shipped into Elstree and Bournemwood. Not like it's really going to make much of a difference, but hey. And I also want to try my very hardest to upgrade all of the road routes to the appropriate 40-ton trucks. We're getting there right now, but we're a little bit of a ways off in terms of anything. In fact, I want to get everything upgraded to the highest tier vehicle, actually. Like, what's better, the bendy bus or the other bus? Like, this bus is way better, right? Oh, well, you know, or the Volvo. The Volvo is good too. What's cheaper running costs? I think we actually might want to go for the Volvo here. Yeah, let's go for the Volvo. I'm just going to set up a little bit of an auto replace so that we actually get a bunch of new buses, because it's been such an unbelievably long time since we had a bunch of new buses. Keep doing that. God, the game lags. I can feel it. I can just feel it getting ready to lag on me. Alright. The reason that we want to do this is because I'm sick and tired of running old buses, and there is no reason why we actually should be running them. So I'm just going to take a quick little moment here and upgrade some routes. I'm not going to do them all, and we've already done a couple, but we want to make sure that we really are getting the most bang for our buck. Everything should be on auto replace from here on in. It really should be. Yes, perfect. Everything should be ready for action. This may end up being a super expensive endeavor, but at the end of the day, it's necessary that we get a bunch of new vehicles in, because having old vehicles is just unbelievably stupid, really. It really is. Old vehicles are outrageously expensive, and since we're coming to the end of the game, we might as well do just that. So, a couple of auto replaces that I've put on. I'll do a couple more in a wee bit. I'll just do some of the big ones right now as well. The big trucks really are going to make a very big difference, I think. So that's like half of them done, maybe, but I can't really be bothered doing the other ones right now, so we're going to leave that for a little bit and hope that it sorts itself, but I know it unfortunately won't. In terms of planes, aircraft, Airbus A320, I mean, that costs too much money. Like, I can't do that. Concorde, we've still got. It's such a fucking shame that Concorde can't even get up to its maximum speed on this map. How fucking bollocks is that? That's just so daft. We're still in the hole. I don't know if I actually ever expect to get out of the hole. I mean, it's not exactly a great place to be. Let's be frank here. We're doing okay for goods shipping. That's fine. You're taking the goods away. Awesome. It's just really food that leaves a little bit to be desired. We really do need a few more bits of food to be dropped off. But I suspect that we just do not have the capacity on such a small train, which is a crying shame, actually, because I'm very grateful for the fact that we had the money at the time to buy this food train, but it doesn't look like that's really going to be anywhere close to being enough, but hey-ho. Elstree and Bournemwood food processing plant. Yeah, I mean, that's literally what I was just talking about, video games, so. Oh, a new vehicle. Is this a boat? We haven't seen a boat in a while. Is that a... No, it didn't click on the right thing. Is that a tram? Because we haven't had... It totally fucking is a tram. Wow. So we haven't replaced our trams in literally forever, and bear in mind we only have like a couple of tram routes, all of which are making a horrific loss. But let's set a replacement vehicle. You know what? It can't hurt, can it? I mean, it literally can hurt us, because how are we gonna afford this fucking TGV if we keep on spending money on smaller vehicle purchases? Great question. I don't know. I don't know. How old are these trams? I want to know, like, how old is just, like, one of them? Like, they're all pretty fucking old, right? 54 fucking years. 54 years old. That is exactly why we are in sore need of an upgrade. I kind of just want to, like, you know, I was going to say take out as much of a loan as possible and just see how many vehicles we can get upgraded for all of that money. But the sad reality is that we're capping out at almost our entire loan limit, and it's not great. It's not great, I'm afraid. Honestly, Concords, I can't give it up. I cannot give it up. I just can't. It's too fucking gorgeous. I know we lose so much money from it. I know we do. FIAL, you can get sold. You can get sold. FIAL, you can go to the vehicle depot and sell yourself. Because I don't care about you. Concord, you're not going anywhere, buddy. Don't worry. You're not going anywhere. But FIAL is not the route for you, I'm afraid. TAL looks like a profitable route. How many passengers does Concord have on it right now? I mean, how many passengers do we have at TAL? 24? What if I equip this Concord to TAL rather than the current route which we've got it on? So we have 2 planes on the current route and none on testing 2. This way it might just, you know, it still allows us to keep Concord in the fleet, which is of course exactly what we want, but at the same time it might allow us to make a little bit less of a loss with all of our many millions. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough passengers there, but it's a little bit of an improvement, I think. Wow, holy shit, production is through the roof of oil and fuel. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. That probably means that oil production over here is pretty fucking good. Holy shit, 1,600 bits of oil you could potentially do. I mean, that's great. That means we're almost certainly going to be making a profit with these vehicles. That's great. Honestly, I need all the help that I can get right now. Anything that I can get, I'll take. FOAL, that's fine. It's kind of important as well, you know, to connect up to people who usually wouldn't be able to be connected up. You know, people that are so far over here. It's a good thing that they've got airport connections, even if, admittedly, that's right. Even if, admittedly, we're not making the most money on those guys, it certainly is. It's the right thing to do, you know. It's the right thing to do to provide passenger services to those guys. It looks like iron as well is turning a profit. The iron route, I imagine, is probably turning a profit, right? I feel like a grandfather, just like inspecting everything. How are we losing money on the iron route? I mean, yeah, I guess that we've got a lot of passengers and whatnot, but just feels a little bit weird, but whatever. All right, well, I feel we should be making money on that route, but whatever. We're definitely making money on like other road routes, though, aren't we? I mean, we're not. Is the iron route our biggest loser? Airport feeder. Holy shit! It feels good just to get a bunch of new buses on here. How many? Here's a question. If we were to look at the number of people that are actually taking this bus, how many people are actually taking this bus? Is it many? Are we ever likely going to be able to turn a profit? The problem with having a dependency on buses in the town is that buses in the town are directly responsible for the demand that your planes are seeing. So it's not like we can just get rid of these bus services. We have to keep them. We literally cannot do anything about the fact that we've got these bus services already in place, which is horrific. Because as you can see, it's clearly not working. It's absolutely not working. We're not making any money on any of this stuff. Oily, that's looking good. Let's get you auto-replaced to the bigger, better lorries. Not like you're going to be able to do that for a while, because of course we have no money right now, but there you go. The coal route can also get that set up. I told you that I was going to replace... I told you I was going to do more of this throughout the episode, but it's just annoying, you know? It's just annoying. You know, you know, we are losing a lot of money. 46 million in running costs. Our income was 48 million. That's not building roads. That's like road maintenance, right? So it's about 15.2 million in road maintenance. So on the year that we actually made a profit, that's literally because we didn't spend money on new vehicles. That's pretty much what it was. But in terms of income, our income has slowly been trending downwards. That's not exactly what we like to see. Road income was very, very low for a couple of years there. Railroad income, it looks like this was a bit of an outlier year. 1999 was just the golden year for us, I guess, right? Tram income is... Tram running expenses. Wow, we actually lose just like straight up 500,000 per year for trams. That's horrendous. I don't understand, because we should be making so much money. Like, can we not just put the prices up or something? I mean, these trams are fucking full. I mean, that one's not full, admittedly, but let's try culling some of these trams. You know, I guess that might be what the problem is just that we've just got, you know, way too many trams for our own good. Let's just try and cull all of the old ones. See if that makes any difference. Where'd it go? There. Alright, so you, I guess, can go on to the tram 22. You can go into newest route. There we go. In fact, you first. Let's get you to go to the depot and sell yourselves. And then you are going to be equipped to newest route. Okay, so basically... In fact, you know what? Let's go even further than that. Let's just get rid of this route entirely. Oh, well, I need to get rid of them first. Okay, cool. Let's just sell you and get rid of the line. I'm okay with this, actually. I'm remarkably okay with this. There's gotta be some tough decisions. There's gotta be some tough decisions. There really does. We can't pussyfoot around. If we want to upgrade all of our vehicles, if we want to get anywhere near a comfortable... If we want to get a comfortable retirement package, so to speak, after we retire from this job... oh, quickly, let me just check. Did we actually manage to get more passengers on TAL? No, indeed we did not. Indeed we did not. Now TAL is losing us a lot of money. Alright, Boeing. There were like 20 passengers. How did we like miss all of those? Go to the depot, buddy. And sell yourself. I'm sacrificing airplanes. I'm sacrificing aircraft for Concorde. 4 million a year in running expenses. Wow. 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 That is unbelievably expensive. And you know what? I'm absolutely okay with paying that because I love the aircraft. I'm just trying to tell myself, I love the aircraft. I love the aircraft. I love the aircraft. Thinking about it, actually, you know the financial delays that I was talking about earlier, or the financial issues that we had. I guess some of the issues that we could have had here, I guess they could sort of be blamed on, you know, like signaling delays and whatnot, because that was a real thorn in our side for a little while. I'm glad that sort of resolved itself. It's good to see that we've got new lorries on the cargo routes. Are all of them... Yeah, cargo route 1, cargo route 2, both are auto replacing. That's fine because they're very, very important, actually. Very, very, very important, as it turns out. I love Elstree and Bournemouth. It's a place that I would love to live, actually. It's so nice. I mean, think of all the passenger links to everywhere else. Think of all of the goods that are coming into the city. 63% of the fuel coverage comes from one company. How great is that? I mean, it's not great for competition and whatnot, but what can you really do, right? I'm still pretty proud of that number. You know, over time, I will accept that I'm quite happy with the way that things have worked out. All right, let's get rid of all those trams. Let's actually, you know, for the first time in a long time, make a little bit of money on those sales. Still losing a lot of money here. Still losing a lot of money. 500 bucks may not seem like a lot, but by golly it is. And that, you know what, with that second passenger, that should come through as much more than that. Or maybe it won't. Maybe that was the other line, but 30 passengers. That's a good number, actually. How many people do we have waiting here? Newest route, newest me. It's a lot of passengers waiting there. 29k in profit. That's good. That's decent. That's pretty fucking impressive. What's the issue here? New route, new me. 48 passengers waiting there. Is there any way that we can... I'm thinking about having a little bit of a restructuring. Yes. Mill Lane. Mill Lane can stay. Mill Lane is definitely one station that we want on there. Let's have a little look at the lay of the land. One over there. One over there. And one over there. You know what? I actually think that this might just make it a little bit better. Make it a little bit easier to sort of make it viable. Obviously, we're going to throw out a bunch of passengers because we reset the line. So, we've only got 41 on that route now, but sacrifices have got to be made. We've got to become profitable, and trams are a key milestone that we are still yet to hit. Air is a thing that's happening right now. Air is a thing. Air is a thing. Only losing 1.6 million on Concord, by the way, so that's really, really nice. Oh wow, we were in profit for a millisecond, a microsecond there. You're losing far too much money. I'm gonna sell you off. You're losing far too much money. I'm gonna sell you off. And both of you guys are losing far too much money. You're losing far too much money. We need a brand new route. We need a brand new air route. In fact, 17 out of 24 passengers is not half bad. It's not half bad at all. But TAL has got to have some significant additions, I think. There we go. We're literally going to try and create a much more circular route that encompasses probably all of the airports that we've got on the map. That's the aim anyway. Why? I don't really know. It's just a test. But basically, if we can do this, if we can just try and, keep one Concorde just not doing flights that actually really matter, but just, flights that are just going to keep people ticking over. Nothing super special, nothing super crazy. We'll give it a bash and we'll see if it works. I've been wanting to stick another train on this route for ages, but we've got 2 right now, so we should really have enough. Borbrack, yep. Looking good. Looking fine. Alright. Visible only, why do I... Oh, yeah, the Vandal, that's a thing. Alright, so this is going to stem our losses. So at maximum, we can lose 4 million per year, right? Literally, at maximum, we can lose 4 million per year. That's literally it. We can literally lose 4 million per year from air. So that's losses capped, okay? Because maintenance, or air maintenance, is going to be at... Or air income is at 10 million for this year. That's obviously not going to be the same. No, sorry, whoops. Air income is much less than that, right? Yeah, 5.7 million. It's going to be much less than that this year. However, our losses are very, very, very heavily capped. We cannot lose more than it costs to run Concord. And already, it seems that that is going remarkably okay. 24 passengers. I'll take that. I'll fucking take that any day of the week. We're also selling off a bunch of aircraft, which has, believe it or not, floated our income considerably, as you can see. We are in a pretty comfortable place now, actually. Just sitting slightly below the line that we're comfortable with. Newest route, newest me should honestly be making a little bit more money than it currently is. Do we slash this route even further? I mean, I think if we don't start making money soon, like, I think we just should. Can I set vehicles maximum wait time 1 minute? We'll see if that makes any difference. That might just be the ticket that we need. It might be the golden ticket that we've needed to see in passenger tram travel for a long time. But there is one station over here that I'm really not convinced is a great station to be shipping from, but we really can't do anything about that. Yeah, it's really annoying that people just keep on getting on and off and whatnot, but or you know, as that was the wrong way to phrase it. People just don't get off. They don't get off at the next stop, which, you know, is understandable. 16 passengers on Concord. Fuck me, these are good numbers. Concord actually turning a profit for once. Maybe this is the transport revolution that we needed to make this profitable. Now, so far I have done the 2 easiest forms of transportation to actually cut back on. That is, of course, trams and air. And the reason that it's so easy to cut back on trams, fantastic. Profit over 2 years, that's great. The reason that it's so easy to cut back on both trams and air is that we've only got a couple of routes for air, and we've got literally 3 routes for trams, both of which are kind of unprofitable, but not super unprofitable. They're fine. So that's okay. That's fine. The real issue is going to come with roads. Roads is a big area of fuckery. It really is. What do we do here? What do we do? You know what? I have an idea. Let's take all of these buses, none of which are getting any real number of passengers. Let's get you to go to the depot, get you to go to the depot, get you to go for the depot, get you to go for the depot. Oh god, you can see how it's lagging. Get you to go to the depot. So we're literally going to take you down to 1 bus, right? And then I'm hoping that you'll be profitable. 1, 2, 3. Get 3 buses from here, go to the depot, go to the depot, go to the depot. So loads of buses that we're just cutting back on. Again, 1, 2, 3. Depot. 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 And then press the delete button so that it actually looks like we're traveling at more than 3 frames per second. The reason that I'm doing this is because A, we're going to get a shit ton of money from all of these buses that are just brand newly purchased, so another way to float our cash. Also, if these buses aren't being used, if they're not transporting people to their maximum numbers, then by golly, we should just get rid of them. Like, I've never possessed the desire to specifically micromanage all of my routes, but it seems that now is a perfect time to gain that desire, because we need more than ever, we need money if we're going to get this TGV before the end of the game, which is something that I am very, very determined to accomplish. There we go. A lot of money back. And what do you know, actually, more than just getting rid of buses that don't transport people, we're getting rid of buses that are actively losing us money. So not only are we going to make more money, but we're also going to lose a heck of a lot less money. Plus, we're going to probably end up transporting just the same number of people. I mean, sure, I guess there's going to be a hell of a lot less regular services for the people of this Wildenhall city. But honestly, who gives a shit? As long as it's less than, you know, like 5 at each bus stop, which is totally fine, then pretty much everyone who gets on is going to have space to sit on the bus. I mean, that's an exaggeration, obviously. That's not the exact numbers, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Like, this is fine. This is an okay situation to be in. I'm happy as we go forward into the last couple of episodes. I feel that we're in a good place. We've got a good mindset set up, and very, very hopefully we can get to see this TGV rolled out across the board before we really finish up with the series. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Old Potato. This has, of course, been Transport Fever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.